When your brain says don't talk to that person, don't even open your mouth and say anything, you're going to embarrass yourself. You need to do it anyway. Every time you act differently, you're teaching your brain something new, and it's building new neural pathways in your mind. Welcome to my video. As you know, my name is Monique and I used to have social anxiety really bad. This video I'm talking about is an experience that I have been through because I was someone who has social anxiety, period. Right now, I do not think about the things that I used to think about. As I told everyone before, I had a job to where I had to talk to CEOs. I had to do presentations in front of people. And I was nervous, but to pay the bills, I had to do this thing. So I became more confident, the more I did it. And then it helped me in my actual regular social life. So with that being said, this video is going to be about courage and how courage is not a personal trait. Courage is a skill. And once you keep using it and you keep having courage, like any skill, it gets stronger when you use it. So that is what this is about. I think that people think confident people aren't afraid, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Some confident people, they're afraid, but they just do it anyway. And they have the courage. Just like, once again, from my last video, when you were walking, you were wobbly probably when you started walking. But now look at you. You're riding bikes and balancing, maybe being on a skateboard and all kinds of stuff. Now you're at the advanced level. You know how to walk so good, you can balance anything that you get on. It takes balance to walk. You know what I'm saying? And just like anything else, once you start mastering the courage and you keep doing that thing, you'll become better at it. Courage is something that you build, and once again, like from the last video, this is how you build it, is through your thoughts, because your thoughts that you think are going to help you to do different actions based on what you think. Like, one of the most biggest mistakes people make is waiting to feel confident before taking action. The taking action part is so serious. You know what I mean? Like, you taking action is going to be the result of confidence. Like, you're going to have confidence because you took action, because your brain has now more information. And sometimes you might say to yourself, I'll speak up when I'm more confident, or I'll do this when I'm more confident. And it's like, the time is now. Because how else are you going to feel confident if you don't have proof that what you just said, this wasn't harmful to me, this was something that I got through? But it takes courage first to do that. Your brain is always trying to, if you have social anxiety or you have had that, you're trying to avoid conversations. You're trying to avoid networking events, church groups, social gatherings. But to be honest with you, it keeps you, like I said in the last video, it keeps you small. It keeps you not growing. And your brain now is never able to create new evidence. It's never to come up with a new story. It's just recycling the same old story about how they laughed at you, or even if you haven't had any experiences, your mind is going off of just negative thoughts that you think, that you have thought in the past. The only way to challenge the story is go through experiences. That's the difference, because your brain now has new information. So, action, okay? When you have courage to take the action, it creates new neural pathways inside of your brain. Do you understand how powerful that is? This is not some fly-by-night thing. Every time you act differently than what your fear predicts, you're teaching your brain something new, and it's building new neural pathways in your mind. I want you to research new neural pathways. When your brain says, don't talk to that person, don't even open your mouth and say anything, you're going to embarrass yourself. You need to do it anyway, okay? Because that is how you're going to be set free. And then the next time you do it, it gets slightly easier, because based on what happened that time, if it's a positive experience, then your brain says, I survived. It didn't happen like I thought it was going to happen, where they don't like me, things like that. So over time, you're literally creating new neural pathways, new expectations, a new identity. Sometimes it takes massive action. I know to take massive action, you have to really understand what you are doing and why you're doing it, basically. Because you want to be free, because you want to stop being in your head so much. That's why. That is your why. So I want you right now to think of why. Why am I doing this? As you know, I have had social anxiety, so I am not talking from just something crazy. I'm talking from a point of experience myself. You need to get angry at fear. This is powerful, and I'll explain why. Because fear is stopping you from growth. It's stopping you from the very freedom that you want. Fear, you know I'm a Christian, is not of God. The Bible says that fear doesn't come from him. So I wonder, where is it coming from? Like I said in the last video, fear is something usually as a human experience, we're trying to protect ourselves. But this is unhealthy fear. This fear is being so negative to yourself, saying bad things to yourself that you might even say to people, but you're saying it to yourself in an inner dialogue. You need to say, I've missed enough opportunities. I've hidden long enough. There's no way I'm letting fear run my life another decade. It could be another 10 years for you to be doing this. Start living your life. Start doing the things that you want to do. Fear shrinks when you start moving, and courage changes this. It takes courage to take action. So it's like one step after the other, Starts with your thoughts. You think better, you'll do better. You'll have the courage to do a different action. And then you take that action. And then you have the experience. And then your mind soon, it starts to get on autopilot, because you're thinking, this isn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal last time. So your brain is gaining new evidence, like I've said, and it starts to just autopilot, think about these situations, and not in a negative way anymore. You become someone who speaks up, someone who tries at least, someone who takes that chance, someone who does not quit. So, in my closing, fear wants evidence too. Every time you avoid something, fear collects evidence. It says, see, we needed to stay safe, didn't we? But every time you act despite fear, you collect evidence for courage. You teach your brain, I can do hard things. Courage is what I practice. And the more you practice it, the stronger courage becomes. You don't overcome social anxiety by waiting for fear to disappear. You overcome it by becoming stronger than the fear that's trying to stop you, and taking courage to actually step out and do these things. Listen, I hope this video has helped somebody in me talking about courage. I encourage you today, if you like this video, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. I have a group called It's School. It's down at the bottom. I'll put a link, and you can join the group. It's in its early stages, but I'm looking to help people who have social anxiety, depression. I will be taking people through challenges. I'm coming out with a social anxiety workbook to help people. And I'm really serious about this because, like I said, I used to have social anxiety, and I know how annoying it is not to be able to express yourself. You have things to say. You have a life to live. You have opinions that people need to hear. God created you for a specific reason. And the fact that fear is keeping you small is not of God. More importantly, it's just not, well, that's very important that it's not of God, but it's not who he intended for you to be. You have things to say and things that can help people, a purpose in this life. And it starts with actually saying those things. You can change the trajectory of someone's life. You can be the person that helps them. You could be the person that encourages somebody. And it might be so meaningful, you know? So, yes, I hope you like my video and join my group. There will be some good things that are on the way for everyone that joins. All right. Have a good day. Bye.
Disclaimer: I am not a licensed mental health professional. This content is for motivational, educational, and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice. Please seek guidance from a qualified professional for your individual needs. You may have a different level of social anxiety. Please seek professional help. Thank you.